Welcome to the To Your Success podcast, hosted by Johnsen and Elin Solheim. Each weekly episode takes a deep dive into how success and freedom is created and how you can start living the life you truly want now. Christer was top CEO of international companies for more than 20 years. He's done business in most parts of the world. Now he is an international success mentor, helping people and organizations to be successful. Elin and Christer are partners in life and business. They truly live what they teach every day. They sail their beautiful 43-footer around the world while helping clients all over the world. They are proof that you can get all the freedom you've ever wanted. They truly live what they teach every single day.
Hello everyone and warm welcome to a new episode of To Your Success podcast. I am mentor Christer Johnsen and with me today
I am Elin Solheim.
Hi Elin, on my side as always.
Yes. Always. And today we are in the same camera as well. So
yes, we are in the same camera and in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yes. We are out sailing. Well, we are not sailing now. We are in a small harbor near Alicante. Well, in between, I think it is in between Alicante and Marbella, yeah. Right? And one of the reasons why we are in this harbor now is, well, it's a nice harbor. It's a small boutique harbor. And it's because it's bad weather outside. And you can see the boats rock a lot behind us. There's a boat. And so hopefully you don't get seasick. We are comfortable with doing this. And this is how the Mediterranean is. It's a lot of what they call swell, which is old sea. And it happens because there is no archipelago here. There are no islands. And the wind just pushes the water to shore. So that is how it is. We are in about 2 weeks. We have finalized our first, I wouldn't say our first route around in the Mediterranean. So
the halfway route, actually.
The halfway route, yes. So we started 17 months ago. We sailed from Gibraltar, and then we sailed to Mallorca. We stayed there for some months. We sailed to Sardinia, and then Corsica, yes. Sardinia and Corsica. We stayed at Corsica, and then to Rome, and then we did the Italian coast from Rome and up north all the way. And we had to stay at a lot of nice places, like Portofino, for instance, which is a wonderful posh place where the owner of Louis Vuitton was anchored outside in his wonderful blue yacht with a crew of 32 people, just to feel the difference from our small boat, right? So that was fun. We had to stay. We had this terrible accident of bad weather where we had to stay. That was in France. And which is a wonderful place. And then we continued to sail, well, we passed Monaco, and then to France, and then to Spain, where we are now, and then we will finalize this round trip. Then it's about 2,300 nautical miles that we have sailed the last 18 months. And, you know, our life is that we stay on the boat like now for like some weeks, and we sail normally we sail during weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We find a nice harbor, we stay there for 3-4 days, and we work, have client meetings, and so on, and we continue to sail. So that is how our life is when we now sail around the world with our beautiful boat, Northern Virginia. So today we are going to talk about how, and how is the wrong question you can ask. There are so many people that ask, or they say, well, I have this goal, but I don't know how. And you're not supposed to know how, because if you had known the how, you had already done it, right? And then a lot of people, since they don't know how, they don't dare to move, they don't dare to take action. And then they get into the feeling of being stuck. And how is that feeling, Elin?
Oh, for me as a melancholic, I really need to know the way how. That's basically within me, that I need to know it. I have to know how, but to learn the difference that how is not my job, how is not the way I'm supposed to think at all. I will be feeling stuck, and feeling stuck is actually, I have learned now that feeling stuck is a good thing. Because if I accept feeling stuck and accept the frustration and accept the like, I don't know, give me some words here. I just accept it as a bit of the learning process towards my goal. It helps me reach my goal, actually, because I know that success is always on the other side.
Always around the next corner.
Around the next corner.
Yes.
Or on the other side of that frustration. So.
And when you say that you need to know how, I think that's the old you. You have a lot of choleric inside as well. And it's important, and we have an episode about personalities. I'm a choleric, melancholic, you're a melancholic choleric. And of course for you it is important to know the how, because
make the puzzle.
You always look for the last piece and the system that makes it complete. The challenge is that the last piece that you're looking for is your heart. And we talked about that when we were out walking in the rain today, and we talked about, and you had studied a little bit this, that we have 40,000 brain cells in our heart. And what scientists have found out now is that all our organs have these, it's not brain cells, but they're similar to brain
neurons,
cells.
Actually.
Yeah.
So they remember.
And they learn and they remember. So our heart remembers and learn. Our kidneys and the whole system has this. So we said that, a lot of people say, well, I'm this brain with this body. And I say, no, you are this body with this brain. The brain is only like a tuning instrument and the thinking ability. But then actually then the rest of the body is a part of that too.
Yeah, the rest of the body is actually the mind too.
Yeah.
The whole entire body is the mind.
It's the mind, yes. So we are this body with a mind, and we have this brain, where the brain is like a tuning because you control your thinking. And being stuck is a choice too. When you say I am stuck, you use I am statements the wrong way. Yeah. Because then you say I am stuck. And then you manifest that, then you become even more stuck. And that's the challenge, is to flip out of it. And for me, when I get stuck, it's difficult. Well, I realize I get stuck. But then to move on, I always have a mentor, and that's maybe the biggest and most important job my mentor has, is actually then to move me on. And a very, very good tip on how to move on is to take action, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Take imperfect action. Bob Proctor said that he just took an action. He thought that was a good idea, and then he took an action. He did it. You wanted me to put my glasses away because I always put them there.
Yeah.
So, when I have Zoom meetings, I clean my glasses.
You clean your glasses all the time, and I think like 50 times in an hour.
But that's not enough.
No.
They're never clean. They're never clean, No.
Go and get your vision checked.
I have. Okay, so to get unstuck, first of all, don't accept that you're stuck. Don't accept that. How is the wrong question. It's not your job to figure out how. What can you do today, and who can you become, and who can help you? Those are, so what and who are the right questions. Don't think about how. You will never figure out the how until you make a move, until you make a decision. Pick up that phone and call, right? And when you started selling, you were wondering, how do I sell?
Yeah.
And then, you can tell
I
the
was
story
wondering
yourself.
how I was going to sell. Yeah, but
Did you figure it out?
yeah, I did. But actually, it was taking action. It was just like pick up the phone and just call, because you have to start there. You have to do something, and by doing that and getting better at it and practicing, it's now become easy.
Yeah,
it's like part of me. So I didn't think about how. I just did it.
Yeah,
and
failing forward.
Failing forward, yes.
It's so important, Take imperfect actions. Just do something, even though it feels crazy. It's like, you remember first time we crossed, when we sailed from Norway to Scotland first time?
To Edinburgh.
And I thought the boat was okay, but there was a lot of things. We had leaks in the front from the windows, remember that? And I didn't have enough respect for the weather, so we went out in big seas.
I got really sick.
Yeah, you sat downstairs puking.
And my son as well.
Thomas got really sick as well.
Okay,
but
we learned.
We went out, and then I learned. I've been out sailing a lot, so I knew I just had to change course to go with the wind instead of against the wind. But again, we just took action. We didn't sit there and wait for the perfect time. We went out. We knew it would be rough. We knew we could cope with it. The boat is safe, even though we had some leaking windows. They are safely glued now. So But it is just to do it, It's the same thing if you want to be great like you want to be great at sales, then you have to do it. And I had to push you a little bit hard too, because you were thinking about how.
Yeah, and even though you are not my mentor and I have someone else that's my mentor too, I got the advice from you and from my mentor also that I needed to change. I needed to do something.
Yep.
So it was all in me. It was in my mindset. Not I had to just become that person.
And you said an important thing, which is new for you, is that you actually have your own mentor. Yeah. And I cannot be your mentor.
No. But you can help me.
I can help you.
I can help you. And that's one of the things about you having a mentor. If you feel stuck and I'm not able to help you like you need to be helped, I can tell you, I can see that you are stuck now. Can you please call your mentor?
Yeah.
Talk to him.
And when I'm stuck, I'm afraid of talking with him,
yeah.
which is very, very interesting. Then I feel the resistance. So that's a clear signal for me. Another clear signal for me being stuck. And we all get stuck, And especially when we get stuck is when you think, oh, I have it now. Now I know it. And it's like, boom. Then that's like a red flash.
Don't relax.
Don't relax. It doesn't say that it doesn't mean that you have to strive and that it's not effortless. It's just always develop and be aware of your thinking. So it's very much what Einstein said, Einstein said, match the frequency of the reality you want. And you cannot help but having it. And he said, this is not spirituality or anything, this is physics. And match the frequency of the reality you want. What is that? It is to match the thinking, it is to match the feelings, and it is to match the actions. Do it. What do highly successful people do? They pick up the phone and call. They create a pipeline of clients, and they help them all the time. The language of sales is actually love and help. Because we love to help, and that is why we have our success too, because we are so much into helping people, the
goal is helping people.
The goal is helping people. And that is why we started this podcast too, because we want to reach people all over the world. And now some of the episodes have 12,000 viewers on YouTube, which is
so
just
cool.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, so thank you. So, and by the way, about that, please subscribe. If you love this podcast, share it with others, recommend us. You can go to our website, christerjohnsen.com, on the podcast there. You can go to our YouTube channel and see it there as well. So, and that's really cool. It fills my heart with great joy.
And also, if you have some question or some suggestion for what we can talk about, please send us an email.
hello@christerjohnsen.com. Yes. Hi, this is Christer. Thank you for watching and listening to our podcast. We really appreciate that. As you see, we love sharing how you can live the life you truly want, and we also love sharing how we live this every day. What changed my life is that I did one thing. I signed up for a strategy call with my first mentor. That was the one thing that changed my life. And that is why we offer you to do exactly the same thing with me and my team as well, because we know that call, those 30 minutes can be the thing that changes your life. So if you go to our website, christerjohnsen.com, up in the right corner, you will find a button to click on. Click on that button and book a strategy call with us. It might be the best thing you ever done to change your life. Have a wonderful day. And now, back to the podcast. And then going back to being stuck, you don't have to figure out how. Your job is to figure out what can you do today, because, and who can I become? And you also mentioned something, you sent me a reel yesterday that was really good about learning. And I often say, we fail forward, and the only way we fail is to give up. So we just learn. And sometimes that is a challenge and it's painful, but then to appreciate the fear and the pain. And I think that video you showed us is, let's say you are here now, like here, and you want to go up there. And then that what you have to do is to match the frequency of the reality you want.
You are at one place and you want to learn something new. You want to be in a different place. So, and it's on the way to that goal, to that it's actually that part is the struggling. That's the that's where you have the resistance. That's where this is like more like a test for how long you can stay in that that resistance, that frustration. And the longer you stay there, how was it like? How the longer you can stay there, the better the success will be.
Yeah. So the feeling of growth is frustration. I don't know how.
So we're grateful for the frustration.
Yeah, be grateful for
back
the
to grateful again.
Yeah.
I always go back to grateful.
Yeah, gratitude is important. And then, so actually what you develop on reaching a new goal is your ability to be in the feeling of frustration, not getting stuck, but saying that, fear and frustration, and they are quite linked. I don't get frustrated, I get afraid.
I get more frustrated.
Yeah, you do. But I'm always, I don't know if that is because I'm choleric, but I have this fear inside. Not good enough, never happy. My ego kicks in. I guess. So an ego, the ego is the old me, like Christer 1.0, version 1.0, or a beta version. And then never happy, never satisfied, always wants more, always in survival mode. It's like that for all of us. I react with fear, you react with frustration.
Yeah, because why can't it just be perfect?
Well,
oh, come on, it's frustrating. Can it just be perfect?
Yeah, and then it's up to you.
Yeah, I know.
To grab that frustration and see that as a positive thing, be grateful. Like I work with my fears, and there are not so many left now, but they come back sometimes. And it's like, okay, well, I'm so happy and grateful for this because I know it's time for me to move forward.
I think you don't have many fears now. You have like glimpse of fears.
Yeah, but they come back now and then.
Yeah, but just a little glimpse.
Yeah, and then I move.
Yeah.
And I flip myself and say, no, I don't thinking about that. So and a very, very good way to get out of being stuck. Well, one, of course, we said is take action, even though it's not perfect action, just do something. Get that movie out, call that client, send that email, just move because you open the door first when you move. And it's think, feel, and act like the person you want to be. Then the other thing is to increase, to do your morning routine, to do the daily affirmations even better, 1% better, double the studying, double the time you put in developing yourself, because you convince yourself that you can reach the goal through the routines and through the repetition. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and we have that book in the boat actually. And he said that auto-suggestion is when you repeat the goal, you convince yourself through the repetition that you can reach the goal. So just auto-suggest. Look yourself in the mirror in the morning if you feel stuck. Repeat the goal, repeat. It is through the repetition that you convince yourself, the new you, that you can actually reach it.
I realized through my morning routine when sometimes when I feel stuck, I actually repeat my goal and my I am statement until I can feel it in my entire body. Because I have every day I do it this many times, but when I'm like stuck, I just keep on repeating it until I just feel it again. I believe it. So I just keep on doing it. So it can take some time when it's, but it helps.
And then also, you can mention one thing at the end of this episode is also that to be emotionally involved is all up to you. You have, if you have a financial goal, like we have that. We have financial goals. We have other goals as well. I have a mental goal of 10 times my attitude on certain things. And then we have a sales goals and so on. And the reason why we have monetary goals is because it's easy to measure. And
it's fun.
And they are a direct result of your thinking, right? Yeah. So only a way to go, be emotionally involved. And this was actually from Brian Proctor, which is Bob Proctor's son. And I follow him now. He's a great guy. And he said that Bob always said that you have to find some pictures inside you. Use your imagination that you are highly emotionally involved in. Like I have a picture of we we have a goal of upgrading our boat to buy a catamaran instead of a monohull like this because we want more space, and we have some ideas on how we can use that with family, and our family is growing and all that, which is wonderful. And then I have a picture of the boat I want to have because that makes me emotionally involved. And I can see it, I can dream it, right? I have a picture of Sydney Opera House because I want to sail there. And I've been there before, I climbed over the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and now I want to sail under it. Right? So I have these pictures, and they are only valid for me because they make me emotionally involved.
I think I just want to tell a little story about my youngest son, Thomas, when he was a little, I think he was 4 years old or something. He was watching the sun rise in the morning. He was sitting, looking out the window, and he said, I am painting a picture of this beautiful sunset inside my brain. It is possible. I just have to use a tiny little pencil. It's possible. Yeah. So paintbrush.
That's wonderful.
And I think that's actually what it's all about. You can have the picture physical, but the picture you have inside your mind, the one you have painted there, that's what gives you this feeling.
Yeah, and that is what unstuck you as well. Be emotionally involved in what you truly want. Okay. So I also want to say one more thing. And we asked you to subscribe, which is wonderful if you do. And feel free to share. And if you think that we can help you, you can book from our website. You can book absolutely free coaching call, and you will meet me or Elin or Lars, which is one of our coaches. And you can book, and it's absolutely free, non-binding. Of course, we will tell you how we can help you in that call, but also in the future then, if you want to join one of our programs. So feel free to do that. It's a book free coaching call up in the right corner on the website, christerjohnsen.com.
And it's fun. We love to talk to you.
Yes, we do.
So, and we will talk even more often now because we have the podcast.
Yeah, that was good you mentioned. Right, part of our growth and part of our success with this podcast, the 2 Year Success podcast, is that we have decided to make episodes every week. And not every second week. So from March, you will see every week, and you have the possibility to listen to us and see us every week. And we hope that, and we do that for you, because for us, it's all about your success. All we do is to your success. And by that, any closing words from you? Are you happy with what we did?
I am happy, as always.
As always.
Yeah.
I choose to be happy, right?
I choose to be happy. Yes.
Every day is most important choice. Okay, so we round up, and thank you for listening, thank you for viewing, and we wish you all a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of To Your Success podcast. Please leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. For more information on how Christer's mentoring programs can help you in your own life, visit christerjohnsen.com.